Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty crazy news going on where it seems like the PlayStation 5 is actually getting a lot of brunt of the drama going on over here from the Cenat'S situation. We're actually seeing massive amounts of news articles and publications and even the general public basically calling out the PlayStation effect alone, and well, people on both sides are getting somewhat upset, which is kind of weird to go and think about because this almost seems like this is not even close to a console drama, but of course, when people have a chance to get some clicks and throw in PlayStations or Xboxes or Sony or even have a chance to make a battle between the two, people are always going to go for it. And as well, we also have some crazy other news too as well. Talk about some big bankruptcies going on, some big Diablo stuff as well, so let's go talk about this all throughout the video. As well, big reminder, we do have a ongoing campaign right now with Samsung, so click on the how links down below, technically a hashtag ad for the brand new tablets, phone, and as well watches, some pretty cool deals all going on down below. Thank you very much, Samsung. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream. We've actually checked out Baldur's Gate last night if you guys want to follow up on Twitch and subscribe if you guys are new. And of course, give me your thoughts and comments as we dive throughout the video. So very first and foremost, today is a big drama side. So as you guys do or do not know, we actually made a video on it and talked about it, or maybe if you guys are just aware, either on Twitch, on Twitter, because it was trending on Twitter pretty much the entire day, or just overall, just in general social media. Cenat', one of the bigger Twitch streamers as well, big YouTuber, big influencer overall, had some pretty crazy stuff. Like we had a chance to showcase up a lot of this, but basically like they had like a massive quote-unquote riot that happened and it was ongoing. They had like the police chiefs over here having to make a discussion on this one. But one thing I want to highlight before we do in the full-on bread and butter, who is Cenat', YouTuber arrested after PS5 giveaway in New York descends into chaos. But as well, if you also look through all these other various things, like even look at just like PlayStation news, we all know about the Cenat' as YouTuber arrested after PS5 giveaway. Police to charge streamer Cenat' for New York City chaos over PlayStation 5s. Cenat', police plan to charge Twitch streamer after PS5 giveaway mayhem. Influencer brings bedlam. I've never even heard the word bedlam before, to New York City after promising free PS5s. PlayStation 5 system update as well for so credits. You know, we might, whatever, but if it's fun, we'll talk about it. But you guys can kind of go and see, like, a lot of this stuff is all on the Cenat' free PS5 giveaway event sparks chaos. PS5. Literally everything, even on like actual like mainstream news on this one too as well. Inciting New York City riot. Cenat' faces riot charge after PlayStation giveaway on top of that. Like, oh, you guys can keep on seeing this one. And it's insane because for some odd reason, people are very hardcore on the PlayStation side. And this is kind of like where it always kind of stinks when it comes to covering news, because as a somewhat console creator, you know, I like to do other stuff. I dabble. I do stuff on Twitch. You know, I do PlayStation. You know, that's fine. I like my Xbox. It's fun, all that good stuff. But it's weird to go and see how many people put together are kind of just trying to go and use this as a knock against PlayStation. I think it's a really weird one, because at the same time, like, it's not necessarily the console's fault. And in my mind, I don't even think it's really necessarily the Kai guy's fault. Because I think after a while, he told people, like, go and leave, don't even show up, want to make this low key. And on top of that, they're trying to go do something for their fans. And maybe just didn't necessarily really realize how maybe rabid their fan base might go and be, or everything else. Because this really was a crazy situation. Like, if you guys saw the photos, and we kind of showed some of the stuff yesterday, like, there was people, like, everywhere. Like, look at how many folks are just even in this one photo itself. Like, this is ridiculous. And I talked about this on it yesterday too. It was like nuts. Also had to sneeze, don't mind me. Sorry, but when it comes to that stuff, it's like we see all these people everywhere. There was thousands upon thousands of people, but people are going and acting unruly. We had like police officers blocking down streets. They had cop cars blocking down roadways. People were getting arrested. I think the end result was 64 people were just arrested alone, let alone like all the folks who maybe ran away throughout the situation, or let alone people who you know, just did stuff. They just weren't able to be caught. Like imagine someone throwing like a random pole, but they're in the middle of a crowd and they just instantly run away. Like they really can't catch that person. They'll just walk away or blend with the crowd, like Assassin's Creed style. But like, yeah, it was a really bad situation almost all around. And this is why it's crazy, because for somehow all of this, I feel like the blame is just really weird. Like, why are people blaming PlayStation? Like, if you're gonna kind of go on the PlayStation social media side, there is a lot of memes. Like, there's actually some kind of funny memes out there, like, all besides the fact the situation was really weird. But, like, a lot of folks out there on social media were also saying, like, oh my god, Sony, You know, it was like such a, like, it was like a lot. I saw a lot of like, this is not stuff I personally believe in. Obviously, you're going to want to like ever restate besides like the quotations involved over here. But people are like, oh my God, all these like poor people can't even afford like consoles, so they have to go and Riot to get them. Comments where it's like, at least Xbox fans don't go and like destroy streets. And I don't know how it just somehow became like a big PlayStation argument where I just feel like that is kind of people maybe completely missing the mark a little bit because it's just, you know, it's just like a lot of rabid fan base kind of put together, and then they kind of realize that chaos is chaos. And a lot of folks, not to like harp on them, we're also on the younger side. Like, got a lot of younger folks out there who, like, if you have like a bunch of 40-year-old dudes, they're not intentions are probably to go, let's go start like a riot and start chanting and like breaking stuff down or whatever. But if you have a bunch of younger kids who may not know better or may not know how bad this could affect folks or how bad it represents for folks like Kai, they might go and be like, yeah, whatever, we'll do whatever we need to. And that's why the whole situation's weird, because like I said, people are kind of trying to harp on PlayStation for this. And you even saw, like, if you guys looked at the news, like if you look through all the news, like all these articles are trying to like even like just throw on in this. They just want to work in the PlayStation for the clicks. I mean, like, I guess in theory, I kind of technically am too as well, but I'm like reacting to the reaction, if that makes sense. I don't think it gives you a free pass. You guys can still judge me. I could totally take that up. But it's crazy because like this is just nuts to go and see on all this, because people are thinking like, yeah, this is a PlayStation issue rather than everything else with it. Although they're like, I do want to say like the situation was bad. Like some people got hurt, which is not good. I don't want to make light of that. But it was kind of funny because there was a few good memes that did go pop out over this. Like some people, like even Miskiff over here was like, yeah, just after one day, a Twitch streamer is causing a riot in Florida for a PS5 giveaway, as they have two people and he's just kind of sitting over here. I mean, obviously clearly staged, but kind of a funny meme, you know, popping off. We saw some other kind of crazy things, which can't show too much of this stuff too, because, you know, from music or whatever, but like people just fighting stuff over here too as well. Like people like, hey, anyone want to wear a PS5? All in New York City ready to go start a riot. We're seeing like Naruto clips over here where like people are like just making memes on this on top of this too. Like got the PS5 from the Cenat'S giveaway in my room coming together. Like it's just like people are like all over the place. We're just kind of making like the weirdest and strangest memes too on top of that too. Like, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, we're seeing, like, I'm literally seeing, like, Batman memes and everything on top of this, too, as well. Like, I mean, it sucks because, as you guys have probably seen, like, the situation was crazy. Like, there's just mobs of people, like, quite literally everywhere of just doing stuff. Like, there's, like, look, there's, like, just, like, there's so many people. Like, it's so many people. Or even Kai himself who got arrested. But, like I said, people are trying to make this into a PlayStation issue, which makes kind of no sense. Like, it just doesn't seem like this one. I mean, like I said, some of the memes are kind of funny. Like, we're like you're kind of seeing some of the stuff where it's like, you know, from like Detroit, like Human Fall Flat with the two androids fight, like you're the last two dudes that want Cenat'S PS5. I mean, it's like funny, but I just feel so bad because like I said, it's not really like a, I don't think even this is really Kai issue too. Like people keep on blaming Kai. I get it though. It's your fan base. You have to control them. You have to set limitations. You have to pre-plan. You have to take accountability on that too as well. And on top of that, if it gets too wild, which it totally did, sometimes you have to step up and be like, hey guys, you got to chill. But at the same time, when there's thousands of people all in the same room, it makes things a lot harder to even do this, especially in how widespread, because you don't know who's going to show up. Like I showed this clip as of yesterday where like there was like just mounds of people on, like you cannot really control this. Like, this is even with police, even with the, like, New York Police Department, even with, like, Kai and bodyguards, like, this is a very hard thing to, like, number one, know what to do, because these are, like, your fans, too. So you don't want to be too rude, but, I mean, at this point, like, that's not even, like, a question. You just got to get out of there and be safe and make sure everyone else is safe. But, like, it's nuts. Like, this, like, literally still just looks like a zombie apocalypse every time I've seen it. So, once again, people are just somehow blaming PlayStation, blaming Sony, and blaming all this stuff, news articles, too, people on Twitter, like I mentioned. And it's obviously sometimes it's just, like, internet trolls and, like, Reddit trolls, which you don't have to take too much notice on, but it is kind of crazy to see nonetheless. I don't know. Give me your thoughts and comments. Like I said, I don't think it's really a PlayStation issue, but somehow they're getting blamed. It's kind of nuts for me to see. Now, also, I've been apparently seeing some Diablo 4 players, which I still have not checked out the seasonal. I want the next season to be a little bit better, but apparently now actually getting banned over here for proper bugs. So according to people on the subreddits too, people are apparently going and getting banned over there too for using seasonal bugs too as well. But then they try to go do it. They were saying that at some point is maybe for gold, and well, people are rough, saying that hey, like there's apparently like some weird like cover exploit, and people are trying to get like rot out of there. And of course, apparently hundreds of people have done this too as well. So make sure you guys are all careful when it comes to all this type of stuff, because I don't want you guys to have to go get banned for whatever reason. I don't know, it's kind of strange to go and see on this. And of course, like some of the stuff I think on this Diablo run has not been doing the best. A lot of people have quit Diablo, and I myself have been on the Baldur's Gate run, which I'm going to be playing up on Twitch soon. So if you guys are bored, go follow that up down below. But once again, like if you guys like don't blame stuff like PlayStation or Sony for these types of things, I don't think it's really their fault. Kai, you can kind of maybe go 50-50 depending, but at the end of the day, it's just not a Sony issue. It's kind of crazy the internet actually going back and forth with that at all. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We leave Twitter and Twitch stream down below, and definitely check out all the Samsung and Howl links down below in the comment section and description. That's where a little hashtag ad right now is Samsung, so go and support them on up if you guys want to pick up any cool phones, tablets, or anything else.